So slow. All right, here we go. All right, hello, YouTubers. How are you doing today? Eventually, I plan on getting a better lighting because you got what you got. You're blessed with what you have, but there's nothing wrong with a little bit of an upgrade. So one of these days, I'm gonna get me I think that you can find on Amazon. It's like a little ring thing. I know what I'm talking about, and to have like better lighting and things like that. So I'm just really happy. YouTubers out there, what did you guys have for dinner tonight? What did you guys eat? How are you taking care of yourself? How are you just making time for you? Because self care is essential and it's definitely not selfish. So let me go ahead and get started to go on and dive into today's topic about when healing feels hard. I don't know if I'm the only one that ever has been in that situation, but we all have very much some tough days. In fact, for me, anyways, yesterday was one of them. It felt a little heavy. There was like, for you, it may have been a lack of motivation. Maybe, unfortunately, you felt a little depressed. I don't know if you ever been in that situation where you just know that you just don't not only have the motivation to do anything, but you just feel like you don't feel like yourself, and that's never a good place to be at. And I'm not a doctor, I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm just sharing what I've like been through in life myself. And sometimes when you're going through those tough days, you are overthinking. I don't know if you've been in that position, but for me, I tend to sometimes, I've gotten better, I've grown and matured in this area, but sometimes I just tend to overthink. I'm like, why is this like rambling in my head? Like, stop. Like, it's like telling the enemy, like, back off so I can move on with my life. But progressing on healing, um, for whatever for today, for whatever reason, is the memory. Sometimes the memory is hard to let go of, whatever you may be thinking about. Something or someone reminded you of their past situation when you're trying to progress onto your healing journey. The pain feels like it just happened yesterday. I've been and processed that quite a few times in my years of my life, and you just like something just remind you of it, and it's just like, dang, like it just feels like it just happened just yesterday. And then, you know, how you feel, and I've been there as well. So healing healing isn't a straight path. Some days you're strong, you're motivated, you good, you have that motivation. And then the pain feels like it not the pain, I'm sorry. Other days you're stuck and you're wondering if you actually will feel more like yourself. And then let me tell you that is okay to feel your feelings. I had to, and still today, still remind myself it's okay to be mad. It's okay to be irritated. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel those feelings that may have you feeling some type of way. And you should like never feel guilty about that. So in this short message for today, I will share what you can do when healing feels impossible in that moment, especially when you feel like you're on the stage of like, I don't think I can dig out of this hole, and I need something so that, or maybe you need, I should say, something that makes you feel like you can finally move forward. So first and foremost, the first thing you could do is pause. Simply just pause and just, as I mentioned before, to feel the feeling, but then be in tune with your body. Take a breath. Rest if you need to. Sometimes, if I don't know about you, but sometimes I just want to go to sleep. Sometimes you don't need to sleep. You just need to rest your mind, rest your body, but don't give up on yourself just because you're in that situation as you're going through your healing process. And remind yourself, why did you start the healing process in the first place? I know when I was processing my unwanted touch from when I was a younger human, I was processing and reminding myself, why did I start this journey? Because I was telling my story through blogs, and I was telling my story to people in person. But at the end of the day, the healing is for you. and for the person that you're becoming, for the peace that you deserve in your own life. Like, you don't deserve to be feeling like you're living in chaotic and it's noisy and it's just like, when God said be still, he meant that. Like, be still, he got you. And to let yourself feel your feelings. I know I said that quite a few times, but you don't have to be strong all the time. Even as a Black woman, it's like, oh, you're strong. And I'm like, yeah, but today I don't want to be that. Today I just want to feel the tears rolling down my eyes if I'm crying, or the frustration, or and and doubt doesn't mean that you're failing either. And it just means that you're a human. That's ultimately all that it means. And hey, Crystal, how you doing, girl? I love to see you on here. Thank you for supporting me. Um, but as I said, yeah, let yourself just feel the feelings. There has been a moment of my time. I don't know. I don't know how to explain to y'all, but like, in the middle of last year, I'll say, for whatever reason, I had a period. Um, or I guess it was maybe it was, I don't want to call it a transition period, but it was just like a moment, I guess, in my life from like right before the summertime until like maybe the start of fall of 2024. And I just had an attitude all the time. And yes, I'm telling myself, but it was true. It just had I just was upset, and I'm just like, what is this problem? Like, I don't understand why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling. But I had to let myself feel those feelings and learn to understand for myself why I was feeling those feelings. And a lot of it came from my past. And I had to remind myself, you know what? You are no longer that person. You are better than that. So now it's time to move forward. So that the one person that I love talking to all the time, he know who he is. but and yes, I do love God, but I'm not talking about God right now. But there's this person that I frequently am in contact with, and he always say, "Be the best version of yourself." And I'm just reminded of that every day. It's like every time he said that, I'm like, "You're right. You're right. Be the best version of myself," because I don't want to be this person who's looking like, or maybe be around people who's like, man, you're like mad all the time. Like, what's wrong with you? I don't want people to look at me like that. And yes, I am human and feeling the feelings, but like, if you're angry all the time, you should probably process, rather it's through a support group or through therapy or journaling, to understand why you feel those feelings so that you are able to move forward. But anyways, I'll move on. Lean on your people. You know who they are. I am part of what's called RDE, the Redesign Empire, and it's an amazing, amazing group that I love being a part of as a growing human, a growing business owner, a growing person who is learning myself. And I like to lean on those people when I have, when I'm able to. But when you lean on your people, and remind yourself that healing is hard, but you don't have to do it alone. That is a big deal. And find safe spaces where, whether it's a friend or a mentor or within your community, wherever that may be, find those people. Find those people who will be real with you and not just tell you things that you want to hear either. Because there's some people out there who just tell you what you want to hear. No, you need somebody like who would just let you know what's up. And just, it might be hard to hear at first because I've been there as well. I'm like, ooh, that kind of hit me in the good. But I definitely need to hear that within that moment. And of course, as always, I always share, hold on to your faith. Even when it doesn't feel like God is with you, He is definitely with you. He hears your prayers. He hears when you're just talking to Him. I love talking to God when I'm in the car. That's the best time for me to talk to Him, when I'm on my commute to work. Um, and He sees your struggle. He sees your effort. He sees your heart. And He's not leaving you now. He never will. He will never leave you or forsake you. So ultimately, you are a lot closer than what you think, even when you don't see the progress. Even when the pain feels fresh, you are growing. Every step you take, even the small ones, matter. And healing isn't about never hurting again, it's about learning how to live and love yourself beyond the pain. Drop a heart in the comments if you've ever had a tough healing day. but you kept going anyways. And let's lift each other up today, because you're not alone in this. And, you know, together we can build a community that's filled with fresh love and a lot of joy. So I've always, my motto, I guess, nowadays is um, basically your story. It's your story. It's your journey. It's your way. And at the end of the day, you are the one who gets to live that journey and get to share it with other people to help them heal. So thank you, everybody, for those who are, rather you're watching it right now or later on. Thank you for joining me today. I love going on these lives. They're nothing but about 10 to 12 minutes or so. So have a blessed night. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you next Tuesday, because next Tuesday we'll be back for more Talking Tuesdays. Um, just stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about next week, but you'll know when I come back. All right, y'all. Bye.